Hello and welcome to Sincerely Elvis Presley. I'm Sean. Hope you're all doing well. I'm glad you could tune in. I've been looking forward to this one for 6 months now, since it was first announced in February. I got myself a pre-order of this little baby in. And I was supposed to do an unboxing yesterday, but unfortunately, I'll be interested to know your opinions, but it seems to me Amazon are getting worse. And the copy I got yesterday through the post was basically trashed. So I've had to wait for today for another one to come through. And that's why this isn't going to be like my normal unboxings where I take all the packaging and everything off, which I do like to do as part of the video. But I needed to check this one was all right because I didn't want to open it and see what I saw yesterday because I might have had a few expletives and got blocked by YouTube. But I'm pleased to report, other than a couple of little corner bumps, we've seemed to have managed to survive this one. So it is out of the box and it is out of the shrink wrap. So without further ado, here we go. This is Elvis Dressed to Rock, a fabulous looking coffee table book, which I haven't had a look in yet, but I have made sure it's okay. And other than a couple of little corner bumps that I can just about live with, especially in comparison to what I got through the post yesterday, I'm good. So look at this. As you will see, it's got, I'm not going to call it a dust jacket. I don't know if you call that a wrap or whatever, but that is obviously meant to represent one of Elvis's belts, and it's nice and sparkly as well. And it goes through to the back, and then you'll see you've got the Aloha Eagle, and I don't know if that's going to come through on camera, but each one of the jewels is all raised and embossed. So it really does look like a premium production. Now I do apologise if you hear some noise out there. I've been plagued for the last 2 weeks by builders over the road making a noise constantly. So when I finish the video, I'm going to go over there and murder them. I'm not really, although I'm tempted to. So there we go. There's the cover for you. Now, what have we had so far in terms of Elvis's fashion documenting books? Well, we start out in the 2000s with Julie Mundy's Elvis Fashion, which is a nice book, nice photography. We've also had the FTD Fashion for a King book, which now goes for a King's Ransom. And although it's a good book and it's got some nice photography in it, it's filled with lots and lots of bad translation errors. And it calls the jumpsuits some odd names that really aren't what they're commonly known by. So it's a book that commands high value, and I don't really understand why it's as revered as it is, because it's okay. We've had the From Zoot Suits to Jumpsuits book by Zoe Goto, and we've also had the fantastic Elvis Fashion for a King by Lorraine Gibson, which does something very different to all the others. That one's got more of a narrative of Elvis's life and highlighted through particular things that he wore. These tend to be overview sweeps of everything he wore, so they do a different thing. And then we did have from Graceland themselves a couple of years back, I think it was called Iconic Stagewear. So we've had that. And ironically, just as this comes out, they've also announced, in fact, I think it's already out, Graceland are doing a book called The Jumpsuit Anthology, which I think is even bigger in terms of pages than this one, but it might not be quite as big a format. You won't be entirely shocked to hear that I have already ordered that. But whether because they gave this one all the access and they'd got all the nice photography, they thought we'll do one of our own. Not sure, but be interesting to see how those two differ. But let's have a quick dive into this. I won't show you too much. I don't want to spoil it. As ever, I don't like to show you too much in case you want to see it all for yourself. So there's our little wraparound. You can see the sparkle there. let's just see what we've got. It says, for the first time, take an in-depth look at the fashion that defined the king of rock and roll's style and career. From his rockabilly suits of the 1950s to the iconic jumpsuits of the 1970s, the king's onstage fashion became as iconic as his music. Now, for the first time, the Graceland Archives opens its doors for this once-in-a-lifetime look at the stage wear of the king. More than 150 pieces spanning Elvis's entire career are featured, from stunning jumpsuits, belts and capes to suits, boots and jewellery, and accessories that have never been seen until now. We shall see, shan't we? Fascinating historical concept and insight and context and insights about the pieces from noted costume historian Karen Feder, not quite sure how that's pronounced, accompany new photography of each piece in the archive, with images of Elvis on stage in the pieces, as well as sketches from costume designer Bill Ballou and more. It's a shame that Bill Ballou, as important as he was, always gets mentioned. Jean Doucette, never. Or rarely. It's a real shame. Anyway, this is a look at the King's style like never before. So, let's have a look at what we've got. I mean, I love a coffee table book. You can't go wrong. So, I wonder if the difference between this and the one that's coming out from Graceland is this is an entire career sweep, as it says. That one's just the jumpsuits. We shall see. Movie clothes. So now we haven't spent. We've spent virtually no time. 30 pages. So we haven't got much on the 50s and 60s, and we're already in 68. So career sweep. I'm not sure. Bill Ballou meets Elvis, obviously. 68 special. And let's get to some of the photography. Oh, there we go. If I can dream. So now we start seeing the photography. Are they only? Yeah. Beautiful. Wonder if it's got the nightclub velvet jacket. It has indeed. Of course, the one that Elvis reappropriated for his visit to Nixon at the White House in December 1970. I never knew it had a paisley lining like that. So, yeah, interesting. So we get into, what are we in, 55 pages, and we're on Vegas jumpsuits. So, okay, it's claimed to have a full career sweep. Yeah. Most of it appears to be the jumpsuits. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't necessarily set it apart from the one that's coming out from Graceland. I'm not even seeing any of Elvis's like offstage wear, like the Superfly stuff and that from 74 onwards. So it does, yeah, this, I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong, but I think its claims of differentiation of showing the entire career are probably a little bit skewed, but that's fine. Let's face it, the jumpsuits are fascinating and the photography does look beautiful. What are we getting? So we're on Feb 70 and the brocade suits in all their colours. So we do have 5 colours. In fact, there's 6, isn't there? Because, yep, there's the blue one as well. I never knew, I'm quite sure I knew there were 6 of them. I don't know about you. Then we get jumpsuit copycats, Glenn Campbell, the Osmonds, Sammy Davis. And then we get this, that's the way it is. Yeah, this looks brilliant. What a treasure trove to just pick up and delve through. The photography looks fantastic. It really does. The detail. So yeah, this looks awesome. Now I did pretty, although Amazon messed me about, I did pretty well on this one. Because I pre-ordered it in February, I benefited from the price match, and at some point it must have gone right down, because I was eventually charged. This retails in the US for $60. It's about $49.99 UK pounds. I paid £19.99, which I think, from what I'm seeing here, is an utter bargain. All right, it was a bit of a escapade to get it here, but yeah. So I mean, even at its full price, it's well worth it. I think it's already dropped again, sort of on release, as it came out yesterday on Amazon, to £39 UK pounds. So if you can order it and stomach the fact that you're probably going to have to send it back several times while they've kicked it around their van, hopefully that won't happen to you and you'll get a pristine copy. But yeah, I'm sure if you shop around, this rep to me, for what this is giving you, a beautiful coffee table book, this is an absolute must. An absolute must. I'm going to recommend it highly. So yeah, as ever, I'm not going to show you everything, but this looks fantastic. How many pages do we have in total? I think we're about 250. 250-ish, 256, 7. That's something like that. 258. But what a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, it's a work of art in itself, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend this highly enough. I'm so pleased to have finally got it. And as I say, I can live with these bumps. And the reason I can live with these bumps, and I'm going to show you why I can live with these bumps, is for this is the one that arrived yesterday. This is still in shrink because it's going back. But are you ready? Look at that. Absolutely, you know, that's unacceptable. For a book that retails at £50, and it wasn't just that. You've got that massive one there. You've got bend in there. You've got a big bend there. Big bend on the back there and crushed in. Just awful. And the reason why this one was so bad is they took a £50 book and they put it in a brown paper bag. So it wasn't really likely to survive very well. I mean, I know this came only in a bit of a flimsy card envelope, but at least it's better than a paper bag. So yeah, Amazon do seem to be getting worse. Let me know in the comments if you've had any horror stories of your own with Amazon or anyone else, or you've had anyone you've been particularly delighted with the delivery service with. I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to hear your comments as ever. But there we go. Elvis, Dressed to Rock. Cannot recommend this one highly enough. Superb. I'm glad I finally got to do this one, and it'll be hopefully not too long before I've got a couple more unboxings in the next few days-ish, within the next week or so. Now, you can probably work out with what's coming out very shortly, or some people probably have already got theirs, what it is that I'm hoping to unbox. But it all depends. If someone else has shown it, then I won't. But if I do happen to get mine and no one's done them, I will. And you know, so keep your eyes out for hopefully some unboxing in the next 4 or 5 days, something like that. If I don't get to do any unboxings, I will do a short video, as I always like to, on August the 16th. I'm not sure what I'll do, but it'll probably be along the lines of a toast to our man, similar to what I did last year. But anyway, you should hopefully see me in one form or another soon, and I hope you're able to join me. But thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. Leave comments as ever. Look after yourselves. I hope you're able to join me for my next videos. Ta-da.
We'll meet you again. May God bless you. Adios.